Alonso round out the top 10. Alonso catching his teammate Stroll in the last few laps. Then it's Joe in the Sauber at 11th, Magnussen 12th, Tsunoda 13th, Ricciardo 14th, and Albon the top 15. Ocon, Hulkenberg, Gasly, Bottas, and Sargent the top 20. All 20 drivers started this race, still currently wheel nut down at Sauber. That's why he is in 9th. The two Aston Martins then, toe-to-toe, down into turn 1. Alonso with the DRS. Stroll not defending that one too much. Alonso gets the move done on his teammate up into 9th. Stroll into 10th. And I suppose when we look at Aston Martin, Alison, where they were last year, such as the jump they made, they might be a bit disappointed by where they're at the moment.
I would certainly say so. Fernando Alonso, of course, finishing on the podium, and Lance Stroll finishing 6th after he missed, didn't he, the pre-season testing due to the front wing damage. So Alpine certainly one of those two that will be hugely disappointed with them.
And the race has well and truly continued for Red Bull and Max Verstappen. Perez 2nd, Sainz 3rd, Leclerc 4th, Russell the top 5. We have a little look further back down the field. There's still some fights going on between Magnussen in 12th. He's got the two RBs right behind him, Tsunoda and Ricciardo in 13th and 14th, trying to hunt the Dane down. Kevin Magnussen, who started down in 15th. Decent progress for the Dane, who was really unhappy with his qualifying, making it out to 12th. But I think they'll take more hope from there is the fact that they're able to keep up with their main rivals around them when it comes to race pace. Hulkenberg's down in 17th because he had an early pit stop having to change his front wing. But you would expect Hulkenberg, who started 10th in this race, would be right there as well. So I think Haas will be quietly confident that they're now coming under a little pressure from the two RBs. Tsunoda heading Ricciardo, and this is the sound of Tsunoda looking at the back of Magnussen coming out of turn 10.
His engineer said to him on the radio, Harry, I think the hards now should become better of the softs. It certainly doesn't look that way now at the moment.
Alpine, Hulkenberg up to 16th, Ocon down to 17th. His teammate Pierre Gasly in 18th. It was compounding a bit of a miserable start to the season.
We're going to keep an eye on it. We certainly have. It's Lando Norris, who has closed the gap now down to George Russell. Last lap time as well. Ricciardo on the radio. I didn't quite catch that as I was talking, but Lando Norris now 0.6 of a second quicker previous lap compared to George Russell.
Daniel Ricciardo in the RB into the braking zone at turn 1 quite late in the day, nearly went into the back of his teammate Tsunoda, who himself got checked up by Kevin Magnussen, less than a second, splitting all three of those drivers in these final stages. Great battle brewing over 12th spot, no points up for grabs, but Magnussen 12th, Tsunoda 13th.
Agree. I'm on your side there, Yuki. I'm not sure why they're looking to swap them round.
Equally, it's over 13th, up 12th and 13th. And even if he pulls out to the right, lets his teammate through, Tsunoda then playing the team game. Can Ricciardo make that count and overtake Magnussen for 12th place? They all have to get out of the way, because Max Verstappen is now coming through to lap them all as he comes into the left-hander of turn 10. So first he laps Tsunoda, next up will be Ricciardo, saw the top 5, Norris, Hamilton, Piastri, Alonso, Stroll, the top 10, Joe, Magnussen, Ricciardo, Tsunoda, Albon.
Looking to try and make sure he gets past him, because I wouldn't be surprised that if he doesn't, we might possibly see the RBs say, right, okay, Daniel, you didn't get past, so we'll swap you back around. But we'll have to wait and see.
Well, they're close, and Ricciardo is desperately trying to get past Magnussen, and I suppose RB were thinking, well, Joe Guan Yu in the Sauber 11 is within touching distance. Joe is only 1.4 seconds in front of Magnussen, but the call either came too late, or Magnussen is just proving quite a hurdle for Ricciardo to overcome. Half a second between them. Verstappen weaving across the line to win the first Grand Prix of the year. Max Verstappen wins the Bahrain Grand Prix. The Red Bull team celebrate on the pit wall. The fireworks erupt, and it will be a Red Bull 1-2 after 57 laps of racing. Sergio Perez, having started down in 5th, recovers up into 2nd and across the line as he embarks on
useless bugger is this bloody Boaty. Dropping off a delivery on my way home. Ring the doorbell, one of those bloody grassing doorbells that record you and send the evidence to the police. I don't like them. I'm old school. I don't want my own doorbell grassing on me. Poor guy's really confused. I haven't ordered anything. Oh, God almighty. They managed to take down totally the wrong postcode, totally the wrong bloody address. Turns out it's a regular customer. But, oh, what a pain in the ass. And I'm absolutely way down in this car with food, because quite apart from the delivery that hopefully is going to get to this poor damn customer in a couple of minutes time, I've also got my own supper. I've got Neil and Sophie's Momo order. Hundreds and hundreds of beautiful Momo with a lake of Momo chutney. And see, this is where I'm supposed to be coming. And a free sample of staff curry. So I've got so much bloody food in the car. And I think I'm going to stop at Tesco on the way home. I really don't want to, but I will, just to get some candles. Right, now, just up here I think, so I'll turn you off. Okay, that's the food safely dropped off at the actual correct address. Dear me. Oh, it's been an oh, hello. Oh, that's a WhatsApp community message, is that? I shall have to wait until I see what... Oh, excuse me. It has been, darlings, a mega night. Absolutely mega night. Just non-stop in every conceivable area. Restaurant heaving, takeaways non-stop, everything non-stop. So brilliant for business. Ooh, okay, I'm going to listen to a little bit of music to calm the soul. I'll bring you back when I'm heading to Tesco in search of candles. All the nice girls love a candle. All the nice girls love a wick, because there's something about a candle that reminds them of a thing or two. Here we go then. This is Tesco at Alfreton. Would you believe that if I go home the main roadway, which I invariably do during winter, as you know, my lovelies, I go effectively past two Tesco superstores. This one, and then there's one in Clay Cross as well. That's a sign of the times, isn't it? Oh, let's shove it in here. As the actress said to the bishop. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Well, that was a nice waste of bleeding time. They don't sell them anymore. Fantastic. Fuck them. I shall buy some tea lights somewhere cheap. It's about time I paid another one of those visits to, oh, what's it called, that shop? Whatever it's called. It's a shop that you can go to and things are really cheap. I went there once before and made a film about it. Right, let's get bleeding home. I've got 49 million things to take into the house and pack away. Gosh, it's cold out there tonight. potatoes were reduced to clear in Sainsbury's, I bought about 17 tons of those. Well, 2 big bags anyway. It's one of those weird things. Oh, here's a thing for you. Now, technically, very, very technically, in terms of academic study or profession or whatever, no, profession is the wrong word, because I've never actually done it professionally. But strictly speaking, in terms of amount studied and completed, I'm an economist, because my degree is in economics. I also read law, but that was a secondary thing. Primarily, I am an economist, although obviously that's not something that I've ever... Oh, ow, pissing, potholes. Obviously that's not something I've ever actually followed through with. I mean, I've followed through, but it's not something I've followed through with in terms of my professional life. But every now and then I remember something, and I've just remembered that a potato is a prime example of a Giffen good. Giffen, a Giffen good. In other words, a good for which demand will increase as income decreases. Bread would be another example. And I was going to say that it's weird that, I mean, these potatoes, they were reduced to 50p per bag and I bought 2 bloody great big bags. And weirdly, having that pound's worth of almost dead potatoes will give me a feeling of comfort and affluence, despite the fact that they cost less than, what? Less than like a sixth of or a quarter of a bottle of wine. They will give me a feeling of security. Just that thing of having food in the house. And I normally don't have food in the house. And I've told you before how that worked out when we went into the first pandemic and the lockdown. It didn't end up well. A couple of things before I whack a bit of music on for the rest of the drive home. Firstly, apologies that this is another daily diary where there's just nothing other than driving to work and driving home. Apologies for that. It's just been another day where the weather's been pants, it's been cold, and I just haven't done anything apart from, you know, potter about the cottage, make lunch, do a bit of laundry, have a bit of a tidy. Obviously 2 videos have gone up today, so they've been edited and whatnot, but I just haven't done anything. And so apologies for that. Hopefully spring will actually kick in and I'm going to be out there on a daily basis, going places, doing things, playing with the fleet, you know, showing you some beautiful parts of the Peak District that I've not shown you before. I've got loads of plans, really are going to make the absolute most of spring and summer and even autumn. But the other thing to say, after yesterday's daily diary, which I appreciate only channel members have seen thus far, but of course I was talking about the restaurant and where my focus and my efforts should be, and I was concluding that they shouldn't be on the restaurant entirely. You know, I should be focusing elsewhere. And I need to say a massive thank you to people who've already commented on that, but especially massive thank you, I won't embarrass you by saying who you are, but to somebody who actually took the effort to message me directly in relation to it and said some really, really nice things that genuinely have made me think again. I was saying last night that I don't think I've got it in me to make any more of the channel than that which it is, a bit of fun, a bit of hobby. And apparently I specifically said that I haven't got what it takes to be a hubner. And this person kind of said, well, no offence to Ian, who's lovely, but you're a damn sight more interesting than he is. Don't underestimate yourself. And it went on, and we chatted a bit, and I just need to say a really big thank you for that, and you know, to all of the rest of you as well, who you know, who've supported me and encouraged me, and are still doing so. And again, a shout out to Skick, who was like the cause of yesterday's comment, and you've all worked your magic, because I'm accepting that perhaps I need to be a little bit more ambitious for YouTube and the channel, and perhaps I should dare to try at least. So that's what I'm going to do. The restaurant is always going to be there, but you know, they're my family. But I need to just allow it to be no more than what it really is at the moment. And you know, I go there in the evenings. I have a great time. I love my colleagues, I love the customers, and they've been very good to me, and I'm always going to be around there, and I'm always going to do anything that I can to help them. I don't know how to say this really. I just need to get fixed in my head that what it is now is what it needs to stay at. In fact, it actually needs to be a little bit less, because I need to be not there for another evening. I need to be not there on Monday and Tuesday, so that I can do, as and when funds allow, I can do longer road trips, two night road trips, which will mean I can get to further away places. I can meet community members that are further away. So that's what it needs to be, and that means that I need to concentrate on building up the rest of it, the cars, the mustard stuff, and the YouTube bit, so that is becoming more of working towards that becoming an equal income stream with the restaurant. So that's working on building the channel, working on building the car sales. And I'm probably not making sense, but you know, being at the restaurant in the way that I am now is okay. It's just taking up my evenings, and the chances are, you know, what else am I going to be doing in the evenings? Relaxing, chilling out, you know, sod that. If I could just do it 5 nights a week, have Mondays and Tuesdays off, but I've still got all of the daytimes of the rest of the week, that would leave loads and loads and loads of time for YouTube. What I need to change slightly is my mindset. And instead of when I'm not at the restaurant, I kind of shouldn't be thinking about the restaurant, and I shouldn't be doing any work at home, which quite frankly I kind of don't get paid for, really. So if I'm doing anything at home, whether it's marketing stuff, whether it's social media stuff, whether it's talking to customers, replying to reviews, I shouldn't be doing that at home, and I shouldn't be thinking about the restaurant at home. It's not my business. It's my family's business. So of course I'm going to care about it, and of course I'm going to do anything I can to help. But I can and should be doing all of that within the time frame that I'm actually at the restaurant. And the rest of the time, all of my efforts, even if they're only efforts in terms of thoughts, need to be directed at my own thing. It's ridiculous that I've not built a website yet for Boaty's World, or to incorporate the car sales, all of that sort of thing. Getting merch sorted, I've got to get my head into doing that, and I've got to become more disciplined in terms of the times that I'm not at the restaurant, the days that I've got, the time that I've got. And I should have done that over winter. When it's too cold to get out and do anything, or too cold to get out and film, I should have been doing that. And I've just allowed my mind to not be focused where it should be. So that needs to change this year. So yeah, enough of that whiffle waffle. Just a massive thank you to those of you who have and continue to give me that support and encouragement. I'm really grateful, and it's exactly what I need. As somebody said what I need is a kind of arm around the shoulder telling me that, you know, believe in yourself, and then a great big kick up the arse. So thank you for the arm around the shoulder, and thank you for the great big kick up the arse. And here we are again, my lovelies, getting home at the end of a bit of a long evening tonight, to be fair, but positive one. Feeling pretty good at the moment, and I'm looking forward to, and the F1's back, of course. The F1's back, but it's bloody déjà vu all over again, isn't it? Bloody Red Bull 1-2. Although Christian Horner's in more shit than a faggot's finger, isn't he? Anyway, more about that another time. That's it for today, my lovelies. Thank you so much for your company, as always. What the hell's that? Not, oh God. Oh, I thought I turned that off. Obviously I didn't. Turn off your saddle. There we are. So, where was I? Yeah, thank you for your company. Much love to you all. Take great care of yourselves, and can't wait to see you next time. Much love. Bye bye. But you, and indeed, bosh.